Zach sent this question in advance. Did you see the Hollywood Reporter's latest story about the 10 young movie stars taking Hollywood by storm? What do you think of the list? So I'm glad he sent this one early so I could pull it up and we will go through it together and react to this bad boy. So Hollywood Reporter, these are their picks for the 10 new A-listers of Hollywood. First up, we have Austin Butler, the golden boy. I think this is an easy yes. Austin Butler, Elvis put him on the map, got him prestige recognition, and then he was in Dune Part 2, solidifying this guy can do different things and be great at multiple different things. So absolutely, definite, obvious pick. Timothée Chalamet, I feel he's maybe been around a little bit too long to say he's the new A-list. But if you're making a list like this, I go, yeah, I mean, the last 6 months have made it clear he's the real deal. He's a movie star. He's not just a guy that actors like to work with. He did Wonka, 500 million global, Dune Part 2, over 500 million global. He is now one of those names people know. They recognize him, multiple different roles, not just prestige. He now has his mainstream success as well. Timothée Chalamet definitely belongs on our list. Next up, Jacob Elordi. Now, this is someone that I think of as when they're right on the balance. Will he be the breakout star? Because you can look at Timothée Chalamet and we have two different movies he's clearly the star of that crossed 500 million global. He's there. He's the A-list. Jacob is one of those ones of what's he going to do next? What role is he going to take? Will he get that mainstream success? If you've seen Saltburn and some of these other films, like he's established himself as a guy with plenty of charisma, obviously good looks. Will he get his movie that locks him in? We don't know quite yet on him, so the verdict is out. I can see him going there. He's one of those guys when I'm hoping to do a couple fan casts this summer, like on the X-Men. Names like his, I throw on a document to like look for who's the right comic book character for him to play or whatever. That's what I do. Like, who's the guy that could be that next star? He's on the list. Then we have Paul Mescal. This is a guy, I'm not quite sure who he is, except to say he's the guy. I didn't see After Sun, and so I guess that's kind of his breakout one where, oh, After Sun, what's this guy going to do next? So he's starring in Gladiator 2. He's about to get his big mainstream film. Ridley Scott thinks he's the next generation, put him in the lead. So verdict is out on him. I'm not as familiar with him, so I can't comment on whether he's there or not, but he's getting his moment later this year with his mainstream moment with Gladiator 2. Jenna Ortega, obviously belongs on this list. Beloved by this new generation and has gotten a ton of opportunities. She's been in small things. She's been a part of established franchises. She's been the lead in Wednesday. Obvious pick. She's killing it. Adored by a whole generation. Of course, she's one of the new A-list. Then we have my man, Glenn Powell, who there's some tweets going viral about him. Like, where did this guy come from? Like, it seems like out of the blue, everyone's talking about Glen Powell. He's been around forever. He was in Spy Kids 3 20 years ago. He's in The Dark Knight Rises. He was in Expendables 3. He was in Hidden Figures. He was on Scream Queens. But then he had his breakout role in Top Gun Maverick, where of the top characters, he's the only one that wasn't an established actor. The movie makes almost $2 billion, beloved. So all of a sudden, there's this one guy that's super important to that film that everybody wants to see more of. So then he probably had just scripts being thrown at him back in 2022. Those movies are starting to come out and they're going well for him. Anyone But You, big hit. And then Hitman, fantastic reviews, and he co-wrote that film. Also, he went to the same high school as me, so he has the clout of being connected to Sean Chandler, and he had the privilege of talking to Sean Chandler for 30 seconds at the after party for the premiere of Hitman a week and a half back. So there's a lot of things going in his favors here. So he's starring in Twisters in July. Definitely someone that is one of those up-and-comers. The question is, will it stick? Will he latch? He's got his moment. He's got the opportunity. Will he play it right and solidify himself in the A-list? That's the question. I think we're about to find out if that's going to happen. Like he said, or even it says in here that he turned down the new Jurassic Park movie. But he said yes to Running Man by Edgar Wright. So there's like, he's being real specific and strategic in what he's doing. Will it pay off? We will find out. Then we have Florence Pew. This is another one of the ones where I would say, I feel like she's too established to be on this list. Because she started in movies 5 years ago. She started in a Marvel movie 3 years ago. But obviously she's on that list. So there's a couple of her and Timothée, I think have been around for a bit and they're established. So they're kind of categorically, yeah, it's done. It's locked. Whereas like Glenn, he's still on that rise to see if it'll stick or not. Sydney Sweeney, this is one of her breakout years right now. And they call her the Hustler call her the Hustler as her category. That's really well put. She's really smart. She's playing the game right, and she's using every asset that she has, and a lot of that is her brains, where she is like producing films, so she's building her own career for herself. This is her year. This is her moment. Will it stick? I think we'll find out in the years to come. She's played the game very wisely the last couple of years. Anya Taylor-Joy, another one. I feel like she's been starring in stuff for several years. Like Florence, she's established. She's been doing this for a little while, so obviously she's on the list, and she'll be around for a long time. And then we have Zendaya. Is she the last one on the list? Yeah, we have Zendaya, another one that just feels like, well, yeah, of course she's one of the new movie stars. She has been for a long time. Why is she on this list? She's been around in major films since Spider-Man Homecoming, and she had a career before that. So maybe it's the fact that she's now showing that she's not just Spider-Man's girlfriend. But she was always more than Spider-Man's girlfriend, so I think she was already pretty well established. So I don't know that she should have been on this list, but then again, if you're going to include her and Timothée and Anya Taylor-Joy, of course she belongs on the list. So that is my reaction to this article from The Hollywood Reporter on the new A-list, where it's a good list. There's one person I don't really know who he is, and then you have the up-and-comers, the people that are like right on the fence, and a couple people that is wild cards, will it stick or hold. I think it's a good list. Most of these clips are pulled from my Patreon live streams. I do about 6 live streams every single month. For $2 per month, $20 per year, you can get access to all the exclusive videos and live streams. For $5 per month, you get your name on my end card. At the top tier, you get a 30-minute video chat with me each month. The link down below in the description has more information.